Hi guys, Steve back again. I thought I'd come on here. I was talking to you in my last, maybe second last video about something I wanted to read to you about the two shampoos that I always had recommended. I always believed that they were the number two shampoos on the planet that stop hair loss. And I found this guy who wrote a review about it, or maybe it wasn't a review, maybe this guy who'd done his own research into it because he kind of knew what he was talking about. But it reinforces what I had been talking about these shampoos, and the fact is that they do work, and you need to have them in your regime for your hair loss program. This is what he says. Let me start. I'll just get right into it. He says that your treatment regime won't succeed unless you include a ketoconazole based shampoo like Nizoral or Regen Pure, doctor's version. Sounds like an exaggeration. It's not. Everyone needs a ketoconazole shampoo. Without it, no proven treatment will work as well as it should. With it, you may not even need to begin treatment so soon. The point of this page is simple. Ketoconazole-based shampoos need to be in the shower of every person seeking to stop the hair loss. And let's take a look to see why. And it talks about what is Regen Pure, who is it for, and what does it do? How does it work? Well, Regen Pure comes in two versions. The important medicated version called DR, or doctor recommended, and the NT shampoo, that's the normal one, the blue one, for the off days. The DR is a ketoconazole based shampoo and should be used, this is what he said, should be used Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and the normal one used on the off days. Why is the DR shampoo so important? Simply put, ketoconazole based shampoos are the only type of shampoo on the market today that can help stop hair loss. They are the single most important part of every hair loss regime for men or women. This ingredient is viewed as an antifungal for people with flaky scalps, but it also has a much more important role for people experiencing hair loss. Well, just let me elaborate on that a little bit. What is interesting about this shampoo, the Nizoral shampoo, that it's a dandruff-based shampoo for dandruff, but by accident it was discovered to cure hair loss. It had properties that cured a lot of people in Asia actually don't just do their hair weight, they wash their face weight and they wash their body's weight. And this stuff was discovered by accident. And the fact is I could never find it a few years ago is because everybody emptied those out the shops and started selling them on eBay for double and triple the price. And that's what's fantastic about it. That's what's believable about it. It was discovered by accident. Same as penicillin. Guy left a petri dish out, come back, there's a fungus on it, bang, penicillin, saved millions of lives. That's how things happen. Discovered by accident. Anyway, let me carry on. The ketoconazole shampoos like Regen Pure, or the doctor's version, also contain androgen blocking properties. This makes it an effective anti-inflammatory for hair loss sufferers, addressing one of the most important causes of hair loss. What is an androgen blocker? Well, the most well-known androgen blocker is topical spironolactone for men and women. Hair thins because of hormone activity in your scalp. Androgen blockers inhibit these processes. Left unchecked, inflammation takes over. Many people who start losing their hair have itching, tingling, intense irritation, and even pain in their scalp. So let's elaborate on what is a topical spironolactone. Well, I had to look that up. It's a medicine that they actually use for liver disease and heart failure and all that stuff. And the properties really is potassium. But not to go into all that about that kind of stuff. All you really have to do is have a diet of potassium and zinc tablets. And that has the same properties, but only it's medicated in such a way that it helps people with liver disease and heart disease. But I'm not a doctor, so I'm not really going to go into all that. So when's it? Okay, so that's I was talking about the topical I lost my place. Topical spironolactone for men and women, and so. But what he's also saying is the itch is the hallmark of androgenetic alopecia, thinning hair. And by the way, there is no cure for alopecia. There's no cure for it. There's ways of helping it to limit it and help the androgen blockers by limiting the testosterone and the DHT in your body, and that's through regulation or regulating the body. Take for instance how a lawn, you see a nice lush lawn or garden, and it's the grass is lovely and green. Well, that's to do with what's going on underneath. If it's sound underneath, you'll have a lush lawn. If it's bald, sparse, and discoloured, then there's other issues, and that really has to be addressed. And that's why regulating lawn with lime and other organic matters. I'm a pesticide applicator. I do that all my life, and I know how to get that back. And it's the same thing with your head. You have to really figure out what's going on underneath the scalp or underneath the lawn. So that tingling, that intense irritation, and even pain in the scalp is part of the symptoms. So the itch is the hallmark of androgenetic alopecia, thinning of the hair in both men and women. If you have any tingling or an itching in your hair loss will be move significantly faster, and treatments you take will not work as well. Even without any noticeable itch, the hormonal processes are still happening. Your scalp must be calm, in a calm state, in order to stop this process. That is why every hair loss sufferer needs Regime Pure doctor recommended shampoo as part of the regime. So what is the product? Well, this product is for everyone. Men, women, it doesn't really matter. Even though men and women have different pattern baldness, women get thin in the middle and men start here and at the back, but still genetically it's all the same. So he goes on to say, this product is for everyone. It does not matter if you are looking to maintain your hair with Propecia, or topical spironolactone, or Revogen, used for men and women. Liver disease, heart problems, potassium based, you're just better taking potassium and zinc tabs. It doesn't matter if you're trying to grow new hair with a grain or trichomin. It doesn't matter if you're using the kitchen sink approach and have an extremely elaborate regime. Regime Pure, the doctor's recommended shampoo, must be part of your regime, and it uniquely handles most important foundational part of the treatment of hair loss, inflammation. The other stuff that I was talking about, Rogaine and trichomin and all that other stuff, that's the medicated stuff that you buy out the shops and stuff, and it's FDR or whatever. It's tons of side effects. It's tons of side effects. So that's the downside of that. So what he's saying about these shampoos, that they uniquely, let me find my spot again. It uniquely handles the most important foundation part of treating hair loss, inflammation. Inflammation is present in every hair loss sufferer. And the single most effective means for calming your scalp. Without it, there is no treatment will work optimally. Not even the most powerful ones like Propecia and Rogaine foam. Well, how does this Regime Pure work? Well, there are many theories on how exactly Nizoral assists in treating hair loss. Nizoral is an antifungal shampoo. It also cleanses the scalp. It also has the ability to block androgen receptors. very similar to the more potent topical spironolactone for men and women. All three of these things play an integral role in the most important factor of all, reducing inflammation and keeping your scalp calm while you use this spironolactone as your androgen blocker treatment. There's no other product on earth that can do all this. That also has the convenience of being a simple shampoo. So the receptors in your head, or the androgen receptors, are what takes testosterone and the DHT and takes a limited amount of it, just enough to keep your body functioning with the hormones going on. But when it really gets damaged, it doesn't have the ability to control how much testosterone flows through your body. And this causes the DHT, and this causes the attack on the follicles, and it just snuffs it out. It suffocates it. And that's how those androgen receptors work. They're just a regulator. And when they messed up, the guy says your scalp has to be calm and you have to fix it. So in order to get the greatest benefits for your hair loss, the DR version of Regen Pure should be used once every 3 days consistently. Apply it immediately when you get into the shower and rinse out the past day's build-up. Then reapply and allow it to soak for the duration of your shower. This is the most important part. Give the medicated shampoo the ability to do its job. On the off day, you can use Regen Normal to maintain your results. Maintain your results. That's very important. Maintain. And help clean and soothe the scalp. One more thing. The reason that I'm reading this is because I just want to reinforce there's a lot of people out there, and you know, they ask me, do you want to use, can I use baby shampoo? Can I use this shampoo? No. Forget all that nonsense. I'll tell you something. Look, the DR, doctor recommended 2%. Regime Pure and Nizoral Pure, 2%. Doctor recommended. Right? Why do you have to go to the doctors for it? Why can't they just put it in the shelves where all the other crap that causes cancers and all the other stuff and causes you more problems than anything, they have them in Walmart, CVS, they have all this junk. But you have to go to the doctor, get a prescription, spend $100 or $150 if you're lucky, if you have medical insurance. It's a scam. They're all scamming bastards helping themselves. Excuse my French, but that's just the way it is. So, one more thing I just want to say. One of the guys on YouTube contacted me about the OGV program and how he wanted to try it because everything else he's tried has failed. And this is what makes me mad. This is what pisses me off. This is what makes me passionate. This is what makes me angry about this industry. He purchased one of those hats with the fluorescent bulbs that flash. Yes, hats, fluorescent bulbs that flash that are supposed to rejuvenate your hair. $2,000 he paid for it. Total failure, he said. Makes me mad. The industry is just a bunch of scamming bastards. Sorry, but that's just how I feel. So, and the other thing is, I wrote a book about hair loss a long time ago. And I wrote about those bulb fluorescent hats. When I wrote about it was 2,500. I never published it, but that's another story. But I just want to tell you, when you're contemplating your options and what route you want to take, and with all the hope of all the offers of doctors and scientists have come up with, and not to mention the YouTube and network gurus with all their snake oil banter that would make a 19th century snake oil salesman guru sound like Gandhi, think again. Think again. Feed your hair. I'm out of here.